Welcome to Talkword, where we explore the meaning, origin, and real-world usage of English words. I'm so glad you're joining us today because we're going to unpack a fantastic and honestly very relevant word. Okay, so picture this everyday scenario. It's 10 o'clock p.m., you're settling into bed, you're super comfortable, and you decide to check just one single notification on your phone. You expect to look for, maybe a few seconds, but then you read one gloomy post. And, well, that leads to another, and then another. Suddenly, the clock is just racing forward. Your bedtime tea, totally cold on the nightstand, and you finally resurface 2 hours later. It's midnight, and you now know absolutely everything about all the bad news in the world, except what you actually need to do tomorrow.
I mean, we've all been caught in that recognizable bedtime trap, right? That is exactly why today's word is doom scroll.
So, what does this actually mean? To doom scroll means to keep scrolling through upsetting, alarming, or depressing online content, often much longer than intended. It's not just a quick glance at the headlines. No. It is that prolonged exposure to heavy, negative information that grabs your attention and just refuses to let go. Now, the crucial point here is understanding the difference between these two actions. Ordinary scrolling is a completely neutral word. It simply describes moving through content on a screen, like swiping through photos of your friends' pets or looking up dinner recipes. But doom scrolling is informal and it specifically suggests a focus on negative content. It's a compulsive, hard-to-stop pattern. We really shouldn't treat it as a synonym for all browsing or general social media use. They are two very different things. Let's think back to our opening story for a moment. That person in bed, they're not merely checking a phone. It's the repeated pull toward those gloomy posts, despite desperately wanting to just put the device down and go to sleep, that truly makes the behavior doom scrolling. You feel like you literally can't look away. So how do we actually use this in everyday English? Well, you might find yourself starting to doom scroll through the news while you're just sitting and waiting for a friend at a cafe. Or maybe you complain to a coworker on your lunch break about your late night doom scrolling. You might even catch yourself and say, I really need to stop doom scrolling because you realize you've developed a doom scrolling habit. These are very natural, real-world ways that native speakers use the term. To wrap things up, just remember our quick recap. Doom scrolling is prolonged, hard to stop scrolling through negative content. It is definitely not ordinary scrolling. It's a modern word for a very modern habit. So tonight, when you reach for your phone in bed, ask yourself, are you just scrolling or are you about to fall into the doom scrolling trap? If you want to explore more English words like this, check out the companion app Talkword, where you can listen to podcast-style explanations of any English word.